Hey everyone, Senraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 12th episode of Munou na Nana, Talentless Nana. And last episode, we had a lot going down. We have the murder that we're now trying to investigate. Kyoya mostly trying to investigate it. And our suspects can really be separated into two categories. We have the trio that was with Mogu, and we have the girlfriend Fuko, right? And, I was leaning a little bit more towards the trio initially, because they spent a lot of time explaining to us their abilities and whatnot, so clearly giving the audience a chance to try to think about how they could be used for the murder in that circumstance. The one thing I really can't think of is what would be the motive in that case. That's what I'm really struggling with. So I really feel like Kyoya in that regard. But for Fuko, like the childhood friend character, there could definitely be some over time building up frustration and stuff that could potentially blow up into just a heat of the moment stabbing. Like the longer you know someone, the higher chance that is stuff happening. I would say so. On the motive side of things, it's easier to imagine Fuko, but it's hard to say. I try to think about it, but because you could come up with some fancy thing between the astral projection, magnetism, voice mimicry. You could definitely do some crazy, such tricky secret murder with all that for sure. Especially if you can magnetize knives and all that, which Kyoya did bring up in the scene. But I'm sure we'll most likely get an answer to this murder in this episode, so that'll be interesting when we do get it. But on the flip side of things, we also have all the Michiru stuff, right? Her friendship with Nana and kind of how that's been, developing. Also her health issues, which have also very much becoming more and more clear to be an issue. Literally found her collapse in the shower. Hopefully we can get some explanation on exactly what kind of state she's in. I'm kind of worried about getting an answer to that, honestly, but we can't avoid it. So all we can really do is go into the episode and see what it gives us and hope for the best. So as always, click the like button if you enjoy the video and support me on Patreon if you want early access to these things, as well as the picture-in-picture version. So let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Also, the sub should work better this time. Yeah, I'm sure she's alive, but doesn't make me feel too much better. Don't you even dare think about that, Nana. Not that I think she would ever do that. For multiple reasons. Should probably lick her to make her feel better. It may not work, but no harm in trying. But yes, I really do think Nana cares about her more than she's self-aware of. I think we can, safely say that at this point in the story. And I do have my cat on my lap right now, so if I look down like that, that's what I'm looking at. And one thing I would want to know is, what are the limits of the astral projection out-of-body thing that he can do? Right? Can he, pick up and move objects? I think we saw him flush a toilet or something, right? But doesn't tell me a whole lot. Maybe he wasn't opening the window to escape. Maybe there was somebody outside the window that was like, hey, I want to talk to you real quick. Open the window. I don't know. But now my cat's off my lap. Okay. I can get into a better position now. The thing they do with Nana's eyes in that last shot might be my favorite part of the opening. But anyway, Michiru, are you okay? Yeah, she's definitely sick. Just one look at her and you can tell. Give her water then? Okay, what is this rationalization? Yeah, I still would really like an answer to that. Since now we're pretty 100% sure it wasn't Jin there, so yeah, I would like an answer. Yeah, do you have any meds? Well, that's not helpful. You're like the only teacher here, man. Because it's starting to seem a lot like the teacher escape that Jin was talking about back in his day. With nobody here, you know. Okay. Is he cooking? No, he's not cooking. Do you have literally anything that could help my friend? Say that word 3 times fast, jeez. I don't think it is. Or maybe I'm just an idiot. That's always a reasonable possibility. She's like, why do I have to do all this for that stupid Michiru? Maybe a get well kiss while we're at it. I remember this place. Isn't this where she got a face full of noodles? Or we could just break in, you know, because I don't have any morals. Just. Psh. You gotta. Yeah, do that. Yeah, Kyoya could definitely not be bothered by a scratch. But here I am, just the little old talentless Nana. You know, the word talentless really does not roll off the tongue very well. Man, it really hurts seeing Michiru like this. Yeah, I bet. Looked in the closet. Oh, because I was rummaging through it looking for stuff. That's a decent excuse. You know, looking for a new Ponsu? Don't worry. Little bit. Man, I'm so just. I'm really. I want to know what's going to happen to Michiru. Like, she is the biggest variable right now in so many ways. Left to right. I would assume so. It's a good question. Why are you playing with the trash, sir? Fair enough. That would be a little bit too convenient to just have the murder weapon in the trash can. Yes, it's almost as if you're happy that she's getting better. But why would that be such a thing? Leave her away from her. I still don't trust her. Not that I trust Nana either, but more than her right now when it comes to Michiru. Yeah, did you try to cut her too? Well, one way or the other, that makes sense. I am not letting you alone with Michiru. Not in this lifetime. About time she took the hint and got out. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page on that one. Yeah, there's still so much we don't know. That's the problem. She looks better. Oh wow, look at that face on Nana. I don't think I've ever seen her look so compassionate. I'm so glad to hear her Nana Shans again, you don't even know. Oh, that is a hurt cat. They did establish that somebody was cutting the animals. And that's obviously going to take a toll on her because of her powers. The 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 weakness of it. I mean, that was mostly what I was assuming, since I didn't see a wound or anything. What I think for Nana to say, you've been distant. Yeah, it's a glass cut. Yeah, she's not going to want you to heal more. It is kind of rough when you have a friend that's so self-sacrificing like this. Yours too. Uh, the best comeback, you too. This is such a cute scene. A lot, really. The Gatmoe is real. That I can't actually slightly tearing up. It just over the course of this show, I mean, this friendship just feels so earned. If that makes sense. Just I don't know. Oh, that just for some reason it made me tear up. I don't know why. So we have our criminal over there, I take it. Yeah, if there's one thing that's going to rub him the wrong way, it is this. Gene truly is the main bad guy of this show, if there's ever any doubt. Okay. Well, yeah, they're just... There was no way someone like Michiru was going to be responsible for deaths. Good question. I've wondered a lot about this. She's talentless Nana, not incompetent Nana. Pseudo, give me that name again. Very clearly showing off that. So yeah, definitely entering the final arc here. I think that made it pretty clear. I mean, if he was cheating on her, that would definitely be motive for her to kill him. You probably should have. Banging girls is way better than just listening to a guy for hours. Yeah, it is a little bit hard to believe that he would want to kill him, given that scene right there. Blaming her. It's so weird seeing her with like a genuine smile. I would be okay with that. Yeah, she does know about that now. Just be careful. You don't need to. Tsudu Oka, I think is the name. Okay, so she is playing. I thought she was gonna ditch her. How good are you at Shogi Mitsuru? I'm sure you're not as good as she is. How do you answer a question like that? Hitomi-san. She read your diary. I don't remember exactly what was said about her. I have to go back to that, but I do vaguely remember her mentioning the name, yeah. Mitsuru flashback. just licking my classmates, as you do. Do that trick or some people. To make it better, not anything lewd. What pleasant people. We can let those people die. No need to heal them. There's gonna be a hurt cat or a dog. I didn't even get the animal right, but they got the hurt aspect right. I should get partial credit. Licking the doggy. Dog's like, usually I like people. She just made a friend for life. Oh, okay. I thought we were about to go to a negative direction. I'm sure. I'm not letting you leave. Yes. Are you gonna praise me? Me too. Praise, finally. Oh, that was a kick in the head at first. I mean, I would have been okay with that. She seems pretty cool. Can you come home and lick my mom, please? If you have the time. Sorry for being useless. Definitely very useful, without question. Oof. Hopefully nothing bad happened to Hitomi. Okay. It's amazing how just having the X eyes can make something more comedic. Oh. Oh, damn, she is pretty. Yeah, I was about to say she's... Okay. Damn, that was a twist. And we can try licking her a whole bunch and see if it helps. Just... I've already cheered up once this episode. I'm not doing it again. You can't make me. I just met this character. I'm already emotionally attached. I mean, you got your answer, Nana. I definitely gives her a little bit to think about. Yeah, she should know now. There's no way in any of the 17,000 hells that Michu would ever kill a single person. So now she has to really reevaluate everything that's been motivating her. Well, I feel like I might have a decent amount to talk about in the discussion portion. Oh god, what an amazing end card. Revival. There's definitely a couple ways you could take that title, but okay. That was the 12th episode of Talentless Nana. So, this episode, we have not yet got an answer to our murder mystery yet, but we have gotten, I guess, a little bit more on it, not too much, but I'll get into that later. So, this episode, what did we start off with? Well, yeah, basically just, rescuing Michiru, basically, so, okay. So, nothing too surprising with the Michiru stuff as far as, like, her condition goes. Like, I initially assumed it was just she's been using her power too much. This is the, like, the feedback, like the, you know, is that the best word for it? You know, the backlash from using her ability, overusing it. I figured that's what it was initially, but I was just hoping she would be okay, and she definitely was by the end of the episode. Luckily, Nana was there. I mean, could you imagine nobody ever went into her room? She just stayed in the shower until the next day or whenever someone's like, hey, Michiru's not here, maybe we should go check on her. Things could have definitely been a lot worse in that case, but luckily Michiru does have a friend in Nana that went the extra mile for her this episode. Running all around, you know, talking to people, getting what she needed, pretty much doing as much as she possibly could to help her out. Even, you know, getting herself cut up on her finger for that sake. And, you know, even defending her against Fuko, who may or may not be a murderer. You know, I'm still 50-50 on that. But either way, that's a good enough odds for her to not be allowed in the room, especially not allowed alone with Michiru. Just, no, let's not do that. So it was good to see Nana defending her like that. Really enjoyed seeing that. But yeah, eventually she wakes up. We get a little bit of the story. The hurt cat, which, you know, happened by the one character, right? That just attacks people and animals and all that. So, and Jean brought the cat over to Michiru, which, so yeah, as always, Jean is the worst. You know, he's a true villain of the show, like I said, but Michiru did what she could, and as a result, ended up in that state. But luckily, by the end of the episode, she does seem much better. But yeah, I think we got more of a range of emotion from Nana than we've gotten in any other episode, I would say. Because obviously we don't get much genuine emotion from Nana. It's mostly just very intentional, cold detachedness while having the smiley facade that she usually puts on to maximize how much she can manipulate people, right? We don't really get much genuine emotion from Nana. But her friendship with Michiru has really made a very drastic change in that. Because we've seen her get angry at Michiru, be worried about Michiru, be happy for Michiru, right? They've gotten several emotions or facial expressions towards Michiru that were all genuine, not put on there artificially to gain some end, right? We saw a lot of that this episode for sure. Man, the part where we started to, like, you know, the hair messing up part, that was so good. I loved it so much. Even like took a picture together. I didn't have a chance to mention it, but I don't know if it was an intentional reference or not, but you know, they do the hair stuff and then they like look in the mirror together or whatever, right? Right? Like even though that was a mirror, I'm pretty sure it could have been a phone. And if it was a phone, it would be very, very similar to a certain episode of Senki's that shows Sympho Gear between Hibiki and Miku. Right? Because in that scene, they specifically had messed up hair, you know, laughing about it, you know, trying to take a look at it and all that. Like, it was very, very reminiscent of this scene we got here, to the point where I almost think it's a reference. It might not be, but it was similar enough where I could believe it if I was told it was a reference to that. But just the genuine smiles and laughter we got together there, like, it's so good. Like I wouldn't expect to tear up over something like this, but like when friendship, especially between two girls in an anime, is done, you know, well, like in a way where it's like, because it's one thing if an anime it comes out episode 1, a couple characters meet, like, hey, we're classmates, we might as well be friends because I like you, you're kind of cool, so let's hang out, you know. That's one thing. It's another thing to have a character show up in the show, no intention to be friends with anyone, wanting to kill people. And one of the people that she wants to kill slowly but surely worms her way into that cold, cold heart of hers, you know, and this character goes through mental gymnastics to just kind of like fight against that, convince her that no, that's not the case. Like, I'm not becoming friends with her. That's silly. Just it's this is the reason these things are happening, right? Like very much fighting against it, but like it just because it gives you an element of having to feel earned. Like you went through this whole journey to get to this point, a point you never thought we would ever get to. But here we are, Nana worrying about Michiru, taking good care of her, making sure she's okay, you know, smiling with her, laughing with her, as genuine friends, right? Like it's just such a amazing thing to witness. It's really, really, really up my alley is the best way I can say it. So it just that scene with the hair and the mirror and all that really just encapsulated all of that for me. So I really enjoyed that. And of course, personal stuff aside, Michiru is very much integral to allowing Nana to completely rethink her worldview, right? Like obviously she's a young, impressionable girl, and that was essentially manipulated by higher-ups, evil organization people to get her to do this stuff. Gave her the estimated kill counts and all that to make her feel justified in killing these people, even though what she's doing is not right at all. I don't think any of the audience thinks otherwise. But Michiru is the catalyst. She is the one that's pretty much an integral in getting Nana to realize what she's doing is a mistake. The information she's been given is just not true. Like, you look at the way Michiru acts, you listen to her backstory, you listen to how important helping people is to her, saving people. You look at this estimated kill count in the hundreds of thousands. Just, no, like, at a certain point, you just have to look at the evidence you've been given and realize it's BS. It's nonsense. This shouldn't be taken seriously. And once that's out the window, like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, you shouldn't, right? So I think Nana is pretty much at that point where she's like hardcore. Like, I don't know if she's 100% like gonna cut herself off from that side of things, or this is just the true beginning to that. I'm not sure. But either way, we're definitely on that path, right? Like, the way she looked at the kill count after that interaction with Michiru is very telling, so. But, yeah, Michiru, it makes sense why her best friends at the school were like a couple of Gyaru characters, because that's kind of, what, God, I forgot her name. Hitomi, yeah, Hitomi-shan. Yeah, Hitomi was kind of like that too, right? That Gyaru sort of personality, right? Even though she was also a really nice person, so it makes sense why she would gravitate towards those two. So even that now makes more sense, But yeah, the reveal about her having cancer, man, just I figured something bad was gonna happen to her. I wasn't sure what it was, but it makes sense that she would suffer from something horrible that Michiru, with her talent, could do nothing about, right? Because that alone would explain somewhat of the franticness of Michiru. The desperation to try to help everyone that she can, do what she can, want to improve her talent so she can do more, Like the worry about that she can't cure illnesses and stuff like that. Her concern over that, her wanting to fix that. Like, this backstory definitely does fill in a lot of blanks for Michiru's character. And I really appreciate that. But I do like how they ended out this episode, too. Like, Nana just looks at the kill count, right? And then just grimaces, essentially. Yeah. Michiru's estimated kill count was 150,000. Yeah. Grimaces, collapses. I don't think she says anything, though, right? Just kind of hyperventilating a little bit. I do like that there was no dialogue in that bit. Because you really don't need it. That's a good example of show, don't tell. I don't need her to be like, what I am doing, how does sentences work? What I am doing good, I don't know. But because I can tell just by watching her how she feels, right? So, a good example of show, don't tell. So, it was good to see that. So, really appreciate how they did that. As far as the murder goes, I'm still not quite sure what to make of that. Like, I had a little brief shot of Jin with somebody that was supposed to be the killer, I think. See if I can find that again. Let's see, I found the scene. Yeah, I talked about the animal bit here. But yeah, the killing of the animals is what really confuses me because they're implying that the person killing the animals is also the person that killed, Ishii, right? Like, but I mean, I don't think Fuko would do that, and I don't see why the other three would just kill animals. Any of the other three would kill animals, so I just don't know. Like, is this going to be a thing where none of the suspects did it? Just some mysterious person? X, is that the reveal? I don't know. But either way, for sure, one way or the other, we will find out next episode. But also, Mr. Tsuruoka, was that his name? Something like that? His name is right about here. Because you don't really get too much new information with this evil council. Yeah, Tsuruoka. Yeah. Because the name doesn't sound familiar, but I have terrible memory, so it doesn't say a lot. But he's talking about going there himself, so we will get to see him one way or the other. All I do is really get a silhouette. We see like a hat. But the most notable thing was the fact that there's a very clear symbol on his shoe. Again, doesn't look familiar, but it's clearly trying to imply something. It also mentions about Nana's like family to me. So, are we implying that he's literally family? Are we implying he's the one that killed her family? Like, I mean, the latter is kind of what I was assuming. But because that symbol, man, I don't know. It's not even sure what that symbol's supposed to be. Like an upside down pyramid with the Sphinx, I guess. Sure, sure. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. Well, I think the last thing I wanted to touch on was right about here, where blonde dude, I don't know his name. Sorry, he's talking about the murder victim. No one's shining brighter than him. So smart and so funny. And then right about here, his disposition starts to change a little bit. He was an unbelievably awesome person. And eventually just get to a very depressed look. Initially I took that as, the way he speaks to him, there's no way he would want to kill him. But that look could also be interpreted as just guilt for having killed him. Like if he killed him for a reason that he felt like he had no choice. Like, that could be a thing. But because he's the only character we had a scene like that in, right? And if we are implying it's just one person that killed Ishii, this is an example of them singling him out of the trio. So, if one of the trio did it, I would say it would be him, I think, as the main takeaway from that. But, again, I don't know why. That's the biggest thing still. I have nothing even resembling a motivation. Like with Fuko, if he was cheating on her with somebody else, that could be a motivation. That could be a motive. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what a possible motive could be. Maybe if I try to read between the lines of the things that the blonde dude said there, maybe I'd get something. I don't know. But right now, I'm not sure of the motive, really. There's no motive in killing random animals, right? So maybe whoever did it's just a dick, just whenever the mood strikes him to kill someone or something, whatever's nearby, just dies, I guess that could be a thing. Maybe just a psychopath, but I don't know. I don't know. That's really the takeaway. I do not know. I don't have a PhD, so I'm not afraid to say I don't know. So that's all I really had to say. Just we had some great Michiru and Nana stuff. Seeing how much Nana cares about Michiru, how much that friendship has grown into a real, genuine, deep friendship, despite Nana's best attempts to stop it. That's been great to see. And I wonder, how things will end up in the final episode. Because we've been building up a lot, and to wrap things up in a single episode, they kind of have a lot to do, so hopefully they can deliver, and it's not like a bit of a rushed, disappointing thing. That's kind of where my hopes are right now. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.